If you're feeling tired but still dreaming, this is for you. If you wake up early, not because you want to, but because it's the only quiet you get, this is for you. If you've got responsibilities stacked high, hands that are always busy, and a dream that refuses to shut up no matter how practical it would be to let it go, this is for you. And if you're from my TikTok and you're looking for some of my content but don't know where it went, this is for you. And here's your first piece of magic, and it's simple. You don't need permission to want more. You don't need perfect conditions to begin or to begin again. Most mornings before the house wakes up, I light a candle anyway. Even if I'm tired, even if I'm unsure, even if the day ahead looks heavy, I make my coffee slow. I take a breath, I remind myself that consistency is its own kind of spell. And that's your next witch tip for the day. Magic grows where you return again and again. Now, hello friends. My name is Bridget, and I am just a self-proclaimed hillbilly hearth witch from good old Oklahoma. I'm a blue-collar wife and a mom of 3 in my 30s. I write books like nobody's business, and in the cracks of real life too, between school drop-offs and dirty dishes and laundry and loving people with my whole heart. I write stories about devotion, grit, and deep love, and the quiet magic that lives in ordinary places, like little old cottages and kitchens, and barefoot in the garden and under the full moon, in a working man's hands, and in a woman who comes into her power without ever losing her tenderness. If that sounds like something you'd love too, then please make sure you follow me on here, and if TikTok ever decides to behave again, you can find me there too under the Witchy Author. My books are also available on Amazon, and my ebooks are always affordable and $5 because they're self-published, so I don't have a publisher jacking up my prices, but also because I think that stories should be accessible, especially for people who don't have a lot left over at the end of the day, you know? So I'm also writing new books right now, though, the kind that feel like everything before them was just practice, like I've been waiting for this moment. I self-published 6 books in my first year in my new chosen career as an author, and I'm really proud of those books, but I feel like I've definitely grown a lot since then, and so I'm very excited to work on traditionally publishing books this year, and any that don't make the cut, I'll definitely be self-publishing them towards the end of the year. One book I'm really passionate about right now is called The Swamp Witch's Baby, and it is about a solitary witch of the bayou named Marie, and about her raising a baby that was gifted to her by the swamp, whose parents were lost in an accident. But the sheriff is still sniffing around her tail trying to find that baby, and it's been a really good, fun one to write. It's very deep. And it's got a lot more grit than some of the other stuff I've written. I'm waiting to hear back from an agent on a book that I queried last winter, and she really, really likes it. And it is a holiday, witchy Christmas type story, and so I'll keep y'all posted on that one. But that one could be my first chance at traditionally publishing, but it won't be my last. So while we all have a little bit of time, while the next cup of coffee brews and the house is still quiet, before the inner doubt gets loud, how about a spell? You can maybe screenshot this one. I'll try to put it on the screen. And let's have a hearth spell for steady days. The spell goes as simply as this. Stand barefoot in your hearth. Put a hand over your heart and say with your whole chest, I am allowed to build slowly. I am allowed to want this. What I give today is enough. Always. Because here's the heart of it. I'm in my 30s and you might be too. I'm a mom and you might be too, and I'm chasing my dreams, not just for myself, but for my children. Because I know this world wasn't made with them in mind, and that the best way I know how to protect their dreams is to refuse to abandon my own. And if you're walking that road too, then I'm really glad you're here. Stick around, follow along. Watch the magic take hold in my life. Watch me create it. And remember that sometimes the bravest magic is simply showing up again tomorrow too. So keep making your own magic along the way, sister. I know that I'm sending you tons of love. Thanks for being here, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you here again soon, especially if TikTok won't ever get itself together. Bye.